Eric from Long Wolf Capital here, and I'm here with
Michael.
Perfect. Cool. And so, Michael, if you want to introduce yourself, just give you a little bit of background context of what you do, and we'll go from there.
My name is Michael. I'm an occupational therapy assistant. I actually met Daryl at work, and I saw an ad on Instagram, and I clicked on it, which was weird because I usually don't click on ads.
Yeah.
I've always been in investing, but I was drawn to this ad for some reason. And I realized that I recognized this guy, and it was Daryl at work, just without his glasses. I thought maybe I could talk to him, talk a little bit about what he's doing, saw his content, and just wanted to learn more about it.
Got it. So I guess like when you, obviously you've never seen ads, even though you saw him in person at work, which is really funny. But what made you want to fully kind of sign up with Daryl and Long Wolf Capital?
After talking to him, looking into his profile, he had a lot of content on YouTube as well. I think the idea of being able to identify undervalued stocks for a more long-term strategy rather than just, instant gratification. Like, I think that resonated with me. It just felt a little bit more secure.
Yeah.
Just looking at the content, it just made sense to me.
Got it.
Yeah.
Because then you mentioned saying earlier you were invested before and everything. I guess what was the problem you were trying to solve when you were investing before you joined us exactly? And you've done investing on your own here.
Started investing after college, and it was just to try to make some passive income, right? Just to grow my money without actively having to do something. And I've known from other people is that investing is the route. So I've tried day trading. I've tried doing stuff on my own, but no real strategy.
Yeah.
Just like index funds, Graham Stephan, these YouTubers, following them and just doing it like a safe way.
Yeah.
But this seemed like I felt secure in that. With the day trading, I've had a bad experience. I was just glad that it wasn't something like that. It didn't feel like that.
Walk through your little bit of experience of the before. You walked into more of our strategy. Like, what was the before when you tried the day trading and these index funds, like you said? Like, what was your results or experience doing that? When you said you had a bad experience here?
During COVID, I found this group online. I followed this guy. You would just do the trades alongside him, and I opened this account which let you leverage more money.
Yeah.
And you make a deposit, and then you give them also a percentage of the profits that you make. And then if you lose a certain amount of money, they close the account. Yeah. I was just trying my best, trying to follow this guy, but finding that, it was a lot harder to get all these stop losses set up and get it at the right price because, you're minute by minute making these decisions.
Yeah.
It was just hard to follow, and I ended up losing almost $1,000 in one day.
Oh my God.
It was like Roku, and it just kept going up and up, and I thought okay, it's gonna go down now, so I should short it. And every time it went up, and this is just in a span of 10 minutes, I just doubled down on shorting it, and then come to be that I'm down $1,000, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get out of this. Then that just kind of burned me, and I was like, it's just too volatile, too sketchy. I don't, you just don't feel safe doing it. So it's just too much risk.
I see. And so I guess after that too much risk and it was too volatile for you, I guess what was the after experience after joining Long Wolf Capital and the strategy itself for here?
It took years after that before I found Long Wolf Capital. But now with Long Wolf Capital, I think the longest time I've held a stock has been maybe 3 months.
Wow.
So
compared to index funds, right?
Right, exactly. So I just thought that time to convert, thought that was just a lot faster than holding on to things like you do with an index fund. And I was like, wow, this works. This works. Going through all the content and all the calls and just talking to Daryl at work. Yeah, there's just a good system behind it. Yeah. I mean, it just spoke for itself. Yeah, really.
And I would say based on being part of the program, the community, what are your overall thoughts about Long Wolf Capital, the community itself here?
Oh, the community is really great. Yeah, I like how there's content being pushed out. There's different people they're showing what their trades that they're doing, their experience, their analysis of the market. There's news on, why is the stock market down? And then there's this video of you or Daryl just kind of explaining, what's happening. I think that's very helpful because, during this time where you're waiting and it feels so long, it just gives you that comfort. It fills the void, that space or that silence. Yeah, yeah, the community is good, and then like, you know, the weekly calls. I think the weekly calls are just really helpful, like with fundamentals, because I mean, even when I'm trying to do it on my own, I hop on a call, and then, you know, there's something to work on.
I guess like for you, would you recommend Longbow Capital to anyone?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, just the system, community, the guidance, and the courses. I think it's pretty like, it's a good full package if you're trying to get into something, you know, not like some get rich quick scheme.
And what would you say is your thoughts on Daryl himself? Obviously, you've worked with him. I mean, so your
Yeah.
own bias, a non-biased opinion, exactly, being part of the program, completely separate from him compared to working. What's your thoughts on Daryl himself?
He's a really great guy. I don't see him often, like maybe once a week, but he's a really great guy. I mean, you can tell just from how much content that he's producing, how hard he's working,
Yeah.
right? It's not easy, like, you know, it takes time to, you know, put together content. And then
Yeah.
on top of that, doing these live calls and all these courses, setting up the events. So, and there's not a lot of space in between everything that's happening.
Yeah.
You can see how much time, like, him and the team, like, invest in
Yeah.
this, and how many upgrades and changes
Yeah.
that happen, like, on a weekly, like, very often.
Yeah.
It's cool to see, like, how much growth has happened, like, from when I started last year and now, just all these updates with Market Dash, like the technical analysis, like the automated technical analysis.
Yeah.
I think just makes it real, like, everything a lot simpler, especially for someone like starting out,
Yeah.
right? People from all ages that start looking into investing, like, whenever. Like my mom, she's like 60, and now she's sending me like videos about, oh, open up your Roth IRA and invest, and I'm like, yeah, like, you should have been doing this. I think it's very like beginner friendly too, because of, yeah, it just narrows down all the fluff that's out there.